Question 89. Consider the following statements. The Stability and Growth Pact of the European Union is a treaty that 1. Limits the level of budgetary deficit of the countries of the European Union, makes the countries of the European Union to share their infrastructure facilities, enable the countries of the European Union to share their technologies. How many of the above statements are correct? So I couldn't find the source for this question from this year. I have included two links, one from Hindu and one wiki link. Let me just explain that. So if you see, this news was published on November 28, 2021. So it's slightly outside our preparation phase. So this is the only article that I found which had a reference to this SDG. Sorry, what was that? Stability and Growth Pact, SGP, right? So let me just okay. So in this news, so here it says, while these countries want greater flexibility in Stability and Growth Pact, which lays down the outer limits for government debt and deficit for EU member states. So SGP lays down the outer limits for government debt and deficit for EU member states. So made it clear that SGP already has more than enough flexibility in its current form. So that is the reference. And let me just show you the Stability and Growth Pact wiki page. It says it's an agreement among all 27 member states of the European Union to facilitate and maintain the stability of the EMU, based primarily on Articles 120 and 126 of the Treaty on the Functioning of European Union. It consists of fiscal monitoring of members by the European Commission and Council of European Union, and the issuing of yearly recommendation for policy actions to ensure a full compliance with the SGP. So SGP outlines maximum limit for government deficit and debt. The surveillance and request for corrective action will intensify through the declaration of an excessive deficit procedure. So corrective action continues. So there's a lot of mention. So there is criticism, reforms, secondary legislation. It's a huge article. Like, we don't have to go through the entire thing. We'll just go back to the one. Since we have read that, we'll go back to the question. So it limits the level of budgetary deficit of the countries of the European Union. That is true. Makes the countries of the European Union to share their infrastructure facility. I haven't read anything that points to that direction. So let me just. So there is nothing connected to that. And enables the countries of the European Union to share their technologies. So sharing. So there is no mention of sharing of technologies also. So it's something connected to this first statement. So that's what I understand. And surprisingly, none of this was mentioned anywhere else. In my search, I couldn't find any mention of Stability and Growth Pact anywhere. So I'm not sure from where they picked up this question from. But yeah, you could have answered one is true from this news. So only that. So that is question 89. Moving on to the question 90.